Welcome back, guys. So in this video I'm just going to go through quite quickly how we're going to measure your progress over the next 8 weeks. This is hugely important, and one that's something that's massively understated by a lot of people and not really appreciated. 8 weeks is a long time. Obviously it's the best part of 2 months. We've got a lot of time here in which things can go wrong, in which things can go right, and this is why we really need to track your progress. So when you go to week 1, you'll see a track your progress tab. If you go into that, there'll be a little video in there of another message from me, but underneath that you'll see a download button to download your own progress tracker. Okay, so what I suggest you do is download that, print it off, and you've got your own copy. It's always reprintable if you need to. So I'm just going to explain briefly in this video how we're going to use that. So we're going to have 3 different forms of measurements. We're going to take your weight, which is pretty straightforward. Everyone should have a set of scales. We're going to take your measurements, so we're going to have 5 reference points, and we're going to take 3 different types of photographs, okay? And I'll explain how we're going to do each one now, because there is some certain methods to doing it. Every week you're going to do this, okay? So we should have, over the next 8 weeks, 8 sets of results, hopefully showing progress as you stick to the program, okay? If, for example, you haven't progressed and you've struggled, it might well show in the results, and then that's how you can identify there being a problem. You can then ask for help within the group. I, as a coach, can then aid you in fixing and resolving that problem. So that's how the group works, that's the reason we have it, and that's why I'm in it, to help you. So firstly, we're going to take your weight each week, okay? I suggest doing this either at the very beginning of the week or the very end of the week, okay? The ideal time to do this, and there's infinite amount of reasons behind this, but I'll try and list them as quickly as I can. We're going to take your measurements first thing in the morning. So take your weight and measurements, should I say. You're going to take them first thing in the morning, immediately after going to the toilet. Okay, so your body is going to be empty at that stage of fluid, having been in the toilet, and also food, because you will have been fasting when you've been asleep all night. This is the most accurate representation of what your weight is, your body weight is. If we were to take one measurement, for example, in the morning, and then another one of an evening, you've potentially got litres of water in you, food in your stomach. There's going to be additional weights there. It's not going to be very accurate based on what's in your body. So we ideally want to record these measurements at the same time every time we take them. So first thing in the morning, after going to the toilet, we're going to take your weight. Okay, so we jump on the scales, see what the scales say, we write it down. As I say, take this at the beginning of the week or at the end. It's personal preference to you. I would suggest taking a set of measurements at the start, maybe the very start of the week, maybe on the Monday, and then taking another set on the Sunday for the first week of the program. Every week thereafter, take them on the Sunday is my advice. We're then going to take your measurements as well. So we've got 5 reference points, as I mentioned. We're going to take your bust, so literally across the chest here. We're going to take your waist, so across the belly button. Take your hips, so across the pelvis bone. Take the biceps. Okay, if you can do them, I would advise you do them relaxed, okay? That's going to give, again, the most accurate representation of where you are currently. And then also your thighs, so make sure to take both arms, both thighs, okay? Again, I would take these when you take your measurements, take your photographs, sorry. And then finally, the last one we'll take, you might need a little bit of help with this one, is your photographs, okay? All these measurements and photographs can be held private with you, okay? No one else has to see them, although I do suggest any success you're having, post it into the group. It can work as inspiration for other people, and it's also good to just, if you're bossing it, then tell people, let people share in your glory. The last one will be photographs, as I mentioned, so you might need a little bit of help. So we're going to take 3 photos, one from the front view, one from the side, ideally take the same time each time, and then one from the back. When you're taking these photos, try and wear either as little clothing as possible. You don't have to get naked or anything like that, okay? Or you can wear tight-fitting clothing, okay? So sort of like lycra type stuff, say a sports bra. Whatever you feel comfortable in, but nothing baggy, please, because that's not really going to help us see any sort of progress. If you're wearing baggy clothes all the time, we need to see the contours of the body and see where you're losing weight and so on and so forth. So then what we should be able to do is, as the weeks go on, we should be able to correlate the weight drop with the inches reducing and physically be able to see this on the photographs as well. So that's the reason why we're going to do it, and that's also why it's so important and why I need you to do them. Okay guys, so if you have any questions on how to take your measurements, again, fire away in the group, buttons up in the top corner. Good luck. So now we've done that guys, all we need you to do is sit yourself down, get yourself comfy and work your way through the 2 videos in week 1. The basics of healthy balanced nutrition and the fundamentals of weight management. 2 really important videos delivered by our very own nutritionist. These are going to set you up nicely for the weeks to come. What we've also got in there for you as a little treat is a 28-day rapid fat loss planner specifically for your calorie intake. So once you've watched those videos, you'll understand what to do to determine your very own calorie intake, and you've got one there to download. At the end of the week, we're going to track your progress. We're going to put the results obviously onto your progress tracker and then see how you go. Good luck guys.